Grant Cardone is the best-selling author of the 10X Rule, and Forbes called him the #1 marketer to watch. He went from being a kid labeled with ADD and almost dying of a drug overdose to becoming a real estate mogul with a portfolio of $1.5 billion. And today we're going to learn his best advice on how to always be in creation mode. Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of espresso to help you believe in yourself more and start your day with confidence. So good morning, I believe in you. Let's do this. Over to you, Grant Cardone.
I come in today. I walk. We fly into London. We get here at 11:15. I don't know what I'm going to do next. There's 5,000 people out there. Somebody sends me a text. Okay, this is what your day looks like. Okay, now I start running and hustling from one thing to the next thing. In between, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jam stuff in between events so that I leave this. I'm going to be here 8 or 9 hours. I'm going to leave this, and it's going to feel like I was here 8 days. And so I'm going to jam as much in so I don't get in trouble, because the more active I am, I'm creating time, basically. I'm not trying to manage time. I'm not trying to manage my day. I'm trying to create my day.
Yeah.
So I look at everything as like I'm creating something. I'm always in creation, because that keeps me from being effect. So I'm either going to be pushing this thing or it's going to be pushing on me. And, I don't fly the plane. I can only push as much as my skills allow me to.
Yeah.
So I can tell the guys from the back, hey guys, give us a good straight landing right down the middle, okay? Get us a little faster, get us a little higher. But I'm just from the back, because I can't fly the plane. I'm in the back. I'm in the back of the plane. You guys are doing great up there, right? Okay. So keep it straight when you land, right? Don't wreck this thing. Don't damage it, right? I'm just from the back.
Yeah.
You guys, autopilot. That's all y'all do up there, right? I make this joke about pilots. I'm like, anybody can fly a plane. Not just anyone can buy a plane.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's a kind of tongue-in-cheek thing, because I can't fly a plane. So it doesn't matter how much I want to. I can't. So I can't micromanage that. But what I can do when I'm on the plane, like last night, we got on at 10 o'clock. Got to the airport at 9:45. Walked on the plane. Beds are made. 2 kids, a nanny, Elena, all have our little separate beds. Bam, we knock out. We wake up at 11:15 this morning here. So I'm refreshed, ready to go. And then somebody sends me a little thing and says, this is what you're doing today. First you got to rob more. I said, oh, goddamn, not that guy. That dude. Okay, so then we'll bang, 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 bang. And then we're going to leave out here about 9 o'clock tonight, go to Dubai, and do that all over again. So that's how every day works, okay? Except for today, when I woke up here, somewhere this morning, somebody, when they wake up, is going to send me, the first thing that happens to me every morning is I get a cash account.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Yeah.
So I say, okay, nobody's stealing from me. Okay, those numbers are getting bigger. Okay, that one went down. Okay, I know this money's going here. I need money, man. I'm playing chess. Those are my pieces. And if I didn't have money, it would be, okay, what's my time? It's either money or time. Which one am I running?
Yeah.
You have to feel like what you're going to do today matters. That the projects you're working on, the skills that you're developing, the items on your to-do list today, that they matter, that they mean something, that they're gonna have an impact on someone. If you wake up every day and feel like today matters, you will create amazing things. If, on the other hand, you wake up though and you feel like today doesn't matter, then you won't put in the work or create anything amazing. That's the difference. It's often hard to feel like what you do matters, especially consistently. I think one of the biggest problems with entrepreneurs is you'll be really motivated and on fire one day and maybe got a great piece of feedback from somebody and like, man, yeah, that's why I do what I do. It's amazing. But then you wake up the next day and it's over. I remember in my early days of speaking, I would have a speaking gig, maybe once every month or every 2 months. And I would be really nervous for the speaking gig, and then I'd go and do it, and I'd feel so amazing after, even if only 4 people showed up at the beginning when I was doing my speaking gigs. But it was amazing, we had these people show up. And we'd go to Starbucks afterwards and still chat and talk. And it's still one of my favorite things to do when I'm speaking on stage. It's really just the permission to then spend 5 or 6 hours in the hallway afterwards talking to people. That's the high that I get. But then you wake up the next day and maybe there's a little bit of residual happening, but it's kind of a letdown. It's like, well, what am I going to do today? It's hard to feel like today's going to matter because I'm not speaking on that stage. And so what I would do was I would make a PowerPoint file, and I would take all of the feedback that I got from people, the emails that they sent me, any warm comments that people had, and I would put it to a PowerPoint file, and I had music of Michael Bolton, I Will Go the Distance. and I would watch that every morning. So Michael Bolton, I Would Go the Distance, and then the clips would show up and the quotes of different people, and I would sit there and watch that for a couple minutes every morning just to remind myself that yes, what I do matters. That I'm valuable, that I want to have an impact, and I'm capable of having an impact, because you'll forget. Because you'll have that great day helping somebody, and then tomorrow you forget, you wake up. You might be really motivated right now. You're going to wake up tomorrow and it's going to be gone. So having that as part of a regular ritual, don't expect, this is where I think a lot of people really fall down, is don't expect to wake up and just be motivated. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen for me. It doesn't happen for Grant Cardone. It doesn't happen for you. Nobody's waking up and say, yeah, let's go, right? Nobody. That's not how people wake up. And so people then judge themselves and think, well, why am I not motivated today? And you think that something's wrong with you. That's not the problem. Me, you, Grant Cardone, everybody wakes up the same way. The difference is successful people demand excellence from themselves, and they create systems, routines, and schedules to bring that out. So don't judge yourself if you don't feel motivated today to go do something. You're not feeling motivated because you're not connected to the why, because you don't feel like what you're going to do today matters, is going to mean something or have an impact on somebody. Make that shift and your whole life changes. Now I've got a 3-step process to walk you through to help make that shift concrete and consistent. But before that, here's a message from Grant Cardone.
Hey man. Evan, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how are you?
You got a book coming out, don't you?
You just came out.
Where can people get it?
Get it on Amazon, easiest spot, built to serve, right there.
Let's go, man. If you guys don't know Evan, follow Evan Carmichael. He's got a new book out, Build to Serve. Go grab it today at Amazon. There's a good dude right here.
Okay, how do we do it? How do we make this shift? How do we feel motivated, inspired every single day? 3 steps, let's go. Step number 1 is change your morning routine. The purpose of a morning routine is to make you feel bold, powerful, confident, unstoppable, right? If you're not feeling that every morning, your morning routine is broken and you need to go and fix it. Just like I said in my early days of speaking, I would watch that PowerPoint file with Michael Bolton music behind me, and that would be my morning routine. I'd wake up and I would watch that PowerPoint file, and it would make me feel every day that what I did mattered and I need to go and show up today. What do you need to put into your morning routine? Whether it's watching a video like this, whether it's seeing feedback from customers. Even now, one of the things I do is I watch a video from my own channel every morning, and I look at the comments every morning. So on one hand, I'm learning from somebody who's done a lot more than me, and I want them in my ear and I want them in my brain, and I want to pull some of their mindset and belief systems and make that, reality for me. And I want to also see the comments from my videos and know that, hey, this touched somebody. Because my main channel, we probably did 400,000 views or something yesterday. That's crazy. That's a crazy number. I don't even know what that means. 2.5 million subscribers. I don't know what that means. But seeing one comment to say this video changed my life, or this video gave me momentum, or thank you for making this video because it had such a huge impact on me, that means something, right? And makes me feel good. It makes me feel like what I'm doing is helping, because that's the whole point of why I'm making these videos. If it wasn't helping, I'd stop making the videos and go do something else. And so that's part of my morning routine. You got to think about yours. Don't expect to wake up motivated and on fire. What do you need to do to take that person, to take that low energy person who maybe didn't sleep enough last night, who maybe has a bunch of chaos happening in your life right now, and how can you turn that person into the person who wants to go off and do something great and make today count and not just throw away yet another day? You've already had moments of inspiration, of boldness, of confidence in your life. So reverse engineer that. Deconstruct yourself to say, what are the things that make me feel motivated, right? Again, I'm not trying to wake up motivated. I'm not expecting to have that burden of I need to wake up and be motivated, but I'm going to do something that will get me to feeling motivated. So what has gotten you in the past? What is it? Watching these videos? Hey, amazing. I'm here 5 days a week. I've got other content, other channels too, ready to serve. If it's not me, forget you, Evan. It's Grant. Awesome. Grant's got tons of content too, right? If it's prayer or meditation or walking the dogs or getting sunshine or drinking water or working out, like whatever the thing is, you've already figured out in the past how to get motivated because you've been motivated at some point. It's just not consistent. So you have to inject that into your morning routine instead of hoping that you randomly get motivated today. Inject that into your morning routine to show up every single day. Step number 2 is set an intention for the day. One of the things on my cell phone, let me show you the background. It says, remember your intention. Did you guys read that? Remember your intention, right? This is every time I load my phone, it says, remember your intention. Every day I set an intention. So today I'm filming this on my YouTube day. So once a week I do YouTube videos where I film the content for my channel. And sometimes it's hard because I'm just sitting here in my office. So I'm standing on my trampoline, here in my office. And I shut everything else down. I'm not doing meetings. I'm not talking to my team. I'm not doing anything else but focusing on YouTube stuff today. And I'm an introvert, so this is super easy to shut it all down and just be by myself. But I have to remind myself, I'm not just here in an empty office talking to myself and to a camera. There's people on the other side. Hey, people, thank you for watching. I love you. And so I have to set the intention for the day of I want to make the best YouTube videos that I've ever made. I want to try to shift the perspective of the people watching today. And that's always my intention going into a YouTube filming day. I don't necessarily hit it every time. You won't always get the result that you're looking for, but it's always the intention. And I'm always trying to remind myself of what my intention is so that when I press the record button on this camera, I'm thinking about you. I want to help. I want to serve. I want you to get more momentum. I want you to have more belief. And I try to constantly remind myself of it. That's why I set it as the background on my cell phone to remind myself of the intention. What is the intention that you have for yourself for the rest of today and also for tomorrow? What's your intention? Like when you wake up, ask yourself, what's my intention for today? And then try to live it. It's a daily battle. It's a hard thing to do. It's a constant reminder. It's why it's on my cell phone background. Because you might have an intention that you set for yourself, and then an hour later, something happens. You get cut off in traffic, you get a nasty email, some fire is burning somewhere, and then you go to struggle to solve that, and now you've forgotten what your intention was, right? Remember your intention. Come back to it as much as possible to keep you focused on creating great things in your life and business. And step number 3 is have play bigger triggers. A play bigger trigger is something in your environment that forces you to play bigger. So I do this in a couple ways. One is through my actual wall, right? My physical environment. So all these people on my wall, Steve Jobs, Deepa Giannini, my parents, Howard Schultz, Kanye West, these pictures all mean something to me and they remind me to play a bigger game. My desk is right here. And as I'm working, I got Steve Jobs kind of staring me down, reminding me to play a bigger game, Evan, play a bigger game, Evan, come on, let's go. Yeah. And maybe that's too much for you, but I like it. I like being stared down by Steve Jobs here while I'm trying to work and make videos. From myself or back, and we talked about from the clothes that you wear, from the videos that you watch, right? Every day I watch a new video from my own channel, and it comes up automatically. So I have these pages that I load every day, 30 or so web pages that I load every day. And one of them is my top 10 channel that I'm learning from a new person every day. And that's part of a play bigger trigger. It's like things that you can set up once in your environment, physical environment as well as routine, that you just set it up once and then it automatically happens the next day. I had to set these up once and then every day when I walk in, it automatically happens. I had to set up my phone background once and every time I look at it, automatically, oh yeah, remember my intention. Right? I had to set up my pages that I'm going to load every day once. And then every day I go and I load the pages and oh yeah, there's the top 10. Because I won't even remember all the time. Right? Don't count on your memory. Your memory will let you down, especially when you're stressed and overwhelmed and have something else on your mind. Your memory will let you down. And so having that play bigger trigger, that it automatically triggers you to do the thing that you say you want to do, I think is super important. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I want to know, what is your single biggest takeaway from this video? And what are you going to do this week to take action on it? Put it down in the comments below. When you schedule in what day, what time, what place you're going to take action on your idea, you are 91% likely going to actually follow through versus just 35% likely to follow through when you got motivated but had no plan. And when you share your plan and have public accountability, you raise your chances of following through even more. So right now, in the comments below, share your single biggest takeaway and your plan of action for the following week. Put it down below so I can celebrate with you.
How many times have you had somebody say to you, hey, have you got a minute, Bob? Have you got a minute? They don't want a minute. I want you to think about that. I read a poem one time. It said, I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. It was forced upon me. I can't refuse it. I didn't seek it and I didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. It's only a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. Well, at any rate, I thought I'm going to put this on a video and I'm just going to share it with everybody. Just this one little part out of the seminar I'm making. I want you to look at this sand timer and I want you to think about your life. The sand in the top of the glass represents the future. The sand in the bottom of the glass represents the past. Now, do you know, we know what's in the past and yet we can't do anything about it. Do you know what the trick is? You don't know how much sand's in the top of the glass. You may think you have a lot. You might only have a little. Then again, you may think you have a little and you might have a lot. When I was a little boy, I was raised by my grandmother. And I don't know, when I was a little gaffer, she was probably 60, but as long as I can remember, Grandma would say, I'll soon be gone, dear, I'll soon be gone. Well, you know, we loved her. She was really an angel of God, but we thought she was never going to go. She lived to be 94 for 30-some years. I'll soon be gone. She didn't think she had much time left. She had 34 years left. Now, about the same time, I had a buddy of mine, Bob Yates. He was just 16. And bang, he ran into the abutment of a bridge and his life was snuffed out. If you had asked him a half hour before how much sand he had left, he would have said at least a half a century. He didn't have a half an hour. See, the trick is we don't know how much sand we have left. The future, we don't know. The past, it's gone. Now, the only thing you can deal with is what's right here, right now. And if you look, the sand is always moving. Now, think of this. You see, I was working on that, and then I was working on a graph I've got here on my computer, and I'm thinking of the time somebody said, hey, have you got a minute? Well, they don't really want a minute. Do you know if you're earning $50,000 a year, a minute's 42 cents? A half hour is $12.50. If we take that ahead a bit, if you're earning $80,000 a year, a minute's 67 cents. Half hour is $20. If you're earning $150,000 a year, you got a minute? It costs you $1.25 a minute. A half hour is $37.50. So do you see, if somebody said, you want to stop for a cup of coffee? Well, if you're earning $250,000 a year, a minute is $2.08. Half hour is $62.50. And then, of course, you got the coffee to pay for on top of that. So you see, the point is this. This is all we've got right here, right now. We don't know how much we have left in the future, but we do know what we've got now. And I have found the people that win are the people who make up their mind. They're not going to waste the minutes. They're going to be productive. They're going to make it happen every minute.
If you want to change your life in 30 days, check out my free training right here below. Or if you want Grant Cardone's advice on how to stop making excuses and start taking action, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe. I'll see you there.